Today I am celebrating World Tourism Day, which is something that I feel strangely ambivalent about celebrating. For those that are familiar with this series, then you may well already be aware that I like to talk about things that are maybe not so obvious, the nuances surrounding celebrating something such as an International Day of Tourism. Now, what harm could tourism possibly do us? Well, we only have to see the devastation that has been wreaked upon our environment in very special places, the the powerful transformations that can be undergone by communities that happen to live in a particular beauty spot that once it becomes famous can be devastated by a sudden influx of thousands of people from all over the world. Tourism can boost communities and it can destroy them. So why would I be choosing to celebrate World Tourism Day? Well, tourism has become synonymous with getting out and travelling. And one of the things that I like to think has been a net benefit from people going and visiting other countries. Number one, it's an appreciation of back home. People go and visit stuff that's in other countries and they can perceive at the beginning of their holidays the grass being greener on the other side of the fence, and then returning home can find how good it is to be back home. It can offer people an appreciation for the customs and the values in which they have been born and become accustomed. So tourism can serve a good when it enables people to realise how much they have at home. Unfortunately, tourism often leads people to perpetually wanting to explore and discover, and I feel very ambivalent about the benefits of tourism. You know, when there were the lockdowns a few years ago, which I thought were absolutely abhorrent, I had to admit that the clear skies above seemed to lead to beautiful weather, and it seemed as though nature was just screaming out with a triumphant cry for joy to say, everything's slowed down and there's no more planes. Now, if people went away and came home and said, that's it, I don't need to travel anymore, well, that would be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Well, maybe getting to travel and visit other countries and being a tourist enables one to bring wealth to other parts of the world. If you've got enough money because you come from a country where people can still just walk to a travel agent or online go and buy tickets and visit another country, then you are by extension sharing your wealth as you travel with communities that maybe have much less money at their disposal. So maybe that's a good thing. And when we go to other countries, there's an intermingling, there's the opportunity to share ideas across cultural barriers. There's often an opportunity for people to see the humanity of people that they would never otherwise get to meet. And that is obviously true in both directions. So although I'm not really, and you can probably tell, a supporter of tourism, I'm not especially a good holiday maker myself. I'm someone who's always been much more into travelling, the idea of going somewhere with a backpack and exploring and discovering and immersing oneself in the culture. I find that tourism can sometimes, in the traditional sense of going to a hotel, following a particular itinerary, being led on a coach, can somehow enclose us from the very world that we're trying to experience. It's only when we get off the beaten track that we really get to experience the sights, the smells, and those little things that, somehow can escape us if we're being taken around on a tour, if we're led from airport to hotel. So, even though I have various reservations about tourism, I still think that it's worth celebrating World Tourism Day and honouring the fact that we are able to go and travel and to encounter other worlds that would be kept from us if we were to just remain at home. And I must say that I have learnt so much about myself in the course of travelling. I have learnt so much about myself in going away and coming back home, and definitely come to appreciate what it is that I have here in my own culture. Here's a moment to celebrate World Tourism Day.